Hello there, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing super duper well. For today's video, we are going to be completing part 3 of my modern contemporary home build. Yeah, so there is going to be one more part, but yeah, if you haven't watched part 1, I will link it here for you. But I don't really have anything else to say other than, hi, Miss Nugget's here. I'm wearing a black shirt, so she was hidden, but here she is. Yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. So without further ado, let's get on with the build. All right, so we're just gonna get started. Well, actually, first I wanted to show you guys this thing that I made. Actually in part 2, which you haven't watched it, I'll link it here. The thumbnail is kind of a clickbait because I did this before I took the thumbnail pictures. But here it is. Sorry. I realized that was a mistake to do that, but I didn't feel like changing it again. So I just left it there. But yeah, so these are from Island Adventure. And I just changed the color of the furniture itself. And then I ended up removing the fridge and moving it here. It just made more sense to me to have it like by the seating area. So I just gave them extra pool storage and I put a speaker here. I don't know. I don't think that one's waterproof. So for actual like playing, I'm not sure how well that's gonna work, but okay. I think that's all the changes I made from last time. So yeah, we're starting on the interior. Well, we already started on the interior last time, but we are continuing with the interior. There you go. That's a better way for me to say that. I think we'll start here in our office space. All right, so I'm definitely going for like a modern contemporary vibe. I quite love this one. I forgot to turn on move objects. All right, let me do that. Hold on. All right, move objects is on. Sorry about that. Every once in a while, I'll just forget to do it. All right, so we have that. And that's obviously a very cool looking bookshelf. I'm trying to remember if there's another one I wanted to use, but I think technically it's a display, not a bookshelf. This one would also work there. So let's have a little look-see and see which one I think will look better. Ooh, I am kind of leaning towards this one right now, not gonna lie. So I feel like this one fills up the space even more. Okay, actually, no, I like the other one better. All right, we're gonna stick to that one. Maybe we'll use this one somewhere else in the house. So I'm just gonna put it there for now so I don't forget it. But I definitely do need a little like hallway table or something there just to help fill up the space. And then we're gonna put our desk in this area. Okay, so I kind of am leaning towards this one. It offers some extra storage, and I think it does come in we could do the dark brown, or the black also matches fairly well. The wood texture is different, but I guess that doesn't matter necessarily. Could also do that one. Ooh, okay, actually I like that one a little more. Maybe we'll use that one elsewhere, but I quite like the look of this one. It's very modern and chic looking to me. Let's pick out a painting or something that we can put on here. That looks pretty cool, but I'm sorry guys. That looks pretty cool, but it's kind of a bit too big. I'm kind of trying to avoid doing a gallery wall. I tend to do those a lot. Ooh, this is definitely very modern looking. Maybe we can find a swatch that will work with our current colors. Ooh, that one looks pretty cool. I don't hate that. Will this size up? No, okay, now it's too big. I could do 2 if I wanted to. I could do 2 side to side. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm trying to be conscious of that wall. Yeah, these are really great for these sort of things. We could do like that. And then I'll just have to adjust them to make them a little bit closer and centered. So give me 1 second while I do that. Okay, that looks pretty even to me. I think I actually want to flip them. So let me do that. Yeah, okay, for whatever reason that looks better. Ooh, wait, hold on. Or should we do that one? I kind of vibe with that one. We're gonna go with this one. I'm sorry about my bangs. Okay, right here it looks greasy. I literally just washed my hair. I gave up, so don't be judging me being like, why are your bangs greasy? They're not greasy. I tried to style them they fought, I lost. So that's that. So yeah, how's everybody doing? I forgot to say that. How is everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. Channel announcements, channel updates. I'm thinking Twitch. I said it last video. I'm just gonna say it every video. Hi, I have a Twitch. Go follow me on Twitch. I'm trying to get affiliate on Twitch, so if you like me here, maybe you'll like me on Twitch too. I am doing a Skyrim playthrough right now. I also am going to be playing Minecraft, Stardew Valley, and I'm going to get Skyrim Oblivion here soon, so we're going to start sprinkling some of that in. And I also, in the future, am going to be doing like 100 Baby Challenge and stuff on there as well. I'm pretty much stream every single day. I'm going to have scheduled ones, but I stream like every day, pretty much. So yeah. If you want to come hang out with me and support me on there, I would very much appreciate it. And we'd love to see you there. There we go. That's my self promo for this video. We'll also like subscribe here if you want to, please. I'm unemployed, so I'm trying my very much best to try and make money on here because I love doing this, and that would be absolutely wonderful. So if you like my channel, you like what I'm doing and stuff, I would greatly appreciate your support. So I definitely want to use this here. I very much vibe with these boxes. I think they look very cool. And then I think we need like a little plant or something as well, or maybe like a lamp, something like that. So I'm gonna look and see what I can find. We kind of have a plant here, so either or would be great. Ooh, I quite like that one. But we could also look for something a little bit more modern like that. I think I like that one, but I'm gonna see if I can find, ooh, maybe we'll do the red because then it pulls the red from the painting. I like that a lot. And then maybe we will still have like a small little lamp. I do want to put like a lamp and a chair over here, but I'm waiting until we pick out our desk before I do that because that's going to dictate whether or not I do that. I might still try and squidge it in just because this is a big, beautiful window. I think it'd be a great spot to have a little reading chair in our tiny little study. We're just gonna see how much we get done today. I always have the curse of like, if I try to say, oh, we're totally gonna finish today, we're not gonna finish. So I'm not saying it. I'm just saying we're just gonna do however much we can. Ooh, that green and gold. I was not sure about this lamp, but I kind of dig that. Yes, we'll do that one because I think I want to use the business and hobbies one on our table over here already. This guy, I love this guy. So we're gonna save it for that. I'm gonna put you there for now. And now we're gonna pick out our desk. And already I am thinking of this wall one. I believe it's from, yeah, this one, the home decorator kit pack, whatever it's called. We're gonna pop you right there. And obviously pop you into a nice black shade. And thank God, it looks like everything matches pretty good. Yay. So let's pick out a rug. I'm immediately going for the life and death one. So automatically I'm like, no, you're on life and death rug probation. But I can't help it. Those rugs are kind of perfect. Okay, that one's not quite the vibe because I'm kind of wanting something, yeah, not quite. I want something warmer to match those paintings better. This could possibly work. Ooh, that looks pretty cool. But I'm wondering if maybe it'll overwhelm, you know? Okay, I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards it, but we're gonna look for something else because it kind of doesn't go with the paintings. But something along that vibe I think will definitely work. Yeah, this one is also not quite what I'm looking for. All right, let me look a little bit more. Okay, I think that this one could work. I already forgot what this is from. It's Life and Death. I have an addiction to the Life and Death rugs, but I can't help it. They're just so pretty, okay? So, yay. All right, so next we need a chair, and I'm Ooh, this one from Life and Death actually is pretty awesome. I'm gonna put it there for now. I originally wanted the Crystal Creation ones, but I think that this one has a little bit more of a modern-ish vibe to it. I believe the one from high school years would also be very pretty. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Yes, this one. I believe it's high school years. All right, we're gonna look at the shade swatches of both of these. But I definitely feel like this one is a little bit more luxurious, I suppose. Ooh, and it does have a green shade. I also kind of like the orangey brown shade, but we're gonna look at both of them first. I kind of dig the, what would you call that, a maroon? It's not quite dark enough to be a maroon, but the black shade also quite works quite well. All right, I'm leaning towards the Life and Death one just a little bit more. So we're gonna go with that one. And now I'm gonna grab a very modern, nice looking computer. I really like the one from Steady Living. It's just very chic looking, and I'm gonna put it in that shade, I think. Yes. All right, I think I am gonna go ahead and put a chair here. So we're gonna go to living room and then go to living chairs. And we're gonna pick something out. I kind of have a little bit of an idea of what I want, but we're also winging it here. I kind of like this one a little bit. It definitely has a modern vibe. This one could also sort of work. I want something kind of like modern contemporary. Ooh, this one's lovely. And I also like having that blanket on the corner as well. So I think we might go with this one if I find a color swatch I like. So let's look. Ooh, it has a green. Or, okay, I think I like this red, honestly. I think the red looks really cool. And it kind of has some yellow on it too, so I think that'll work quite well. It's like a shiny leather. That's kind of weirding me out a little bit though. What about you? What do you look like? That could also work. I don't know, I'm kind of digging the shiny leather. It threw me off, but we're gonna go with it. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I just like it. All right, so I need a round, something like a small table. This one would work. I don't know, that's also kind of tall. That one's a bit too rusticy looking. I don't really like that one either. What about this one from the first pet pack? Okay, yeah, that works. I just like round. I feel like it takes less space visually, so it's easier to decorate with. This one would also be kind of cool. Hold on. All right, no, we're gonna stick with, I kind of like it though. Hold on, I need to look at it, like, seriously. Actually, no, I do like it more than the first pet one. So I'm gonna go with this one. All right, now I just need to try and MacGyver this around in a way that will hopefully make sense. So we're gonna put this here and put this right up against this window, I think. But I do actually need to place my curtains before I do that. Let me be smart and do that first. Ooh, this one would also work. Is that one better? I kind of like the pop of the little gold. Okay, if you want to change it, and you want to download this build, we're not done with this build yet. I don't know if we're gonna finish it today. If we do, then it's gonna be on the gallery. If we don't, it will not be on the gallery. But once I do finish the build, it will be on the gallery for you guys. You are of course very welcome. If there's something that I do that you don't like, you can always change it. That's all. It's all good. But okay, I like that. So now we're gonna go to curtains. And I think I'm gonna go for my usual ones. Or do I want to try to mix it up? I normally will go for the Desert Luxe ones, just because they're so long and they look really cool. But let's have a little look-see. Maybe I can find something a little bit different, just so that I don't end up using these in multiple spots in the build. This could also work, and then I don't have to worry about it cutting into our curtain. I don't know, we could do that, just a simple blind. As long as it doesn't come in any sort of heinous color. I don't know, is that ugly looking or is that fine? This is not gonna work. I don't know, I kind of don't hate it, but I also don't really like it. So let me like look at this for a second. I'm just gonna move these things around and see how it looks. I kind of don't hate that. It's not too bad, you know, but that corner now looks really empty. So maybe, why don't I do like maybe if I do a floor lamp instead of that lamp, I could get away with it perhaps. Something like that would make sense. It kind of adds an industrial-y vibe, or this one. I really like that one also. All right, let me see if I can look at this properly. I kind of like the other one, the one we have in there now, as long as it comes in like a black or bronzy shade. Yeah, let's do that instead. All right, so I'm gonna swap these around a little bit. I'm gonna have to play test this to make sure they can still reach that bookshelf, because I don't think they can. So I'm gonna move this over even more. But yeah, I kind of like that. I think that'll work. All right, so I'm gonna have to put something else on that thing on top of our little end table there. I'm thinking of just putting like a little book and maybe a plant. All right, there we go. I ended up using this guy. I just think he's really cute. I'm gonna switch the colors of these over. I think that works pretty good. We're gonna do the orange. I like the orange and the green. But okay, I don't hate this. I'm not entirely sold on it. I think we need some more wall decor over here, but I actually think I want to put this clock over this. I think this will look really cool. Maybe, yeah, I like that. We're gonna switch it over to a different shade. Ooh, that's perfect, awesome. All right, and then I need something here. I don't know if we can find maybe another small narrow shelf or maybe some sort of like file saver or something like that. Yeah, I didn't see a bookshelf I liked, so we're gonna look for some sort of other storage. I think this could work, and it does come in a nice black shade. I think this would work quite nicely. So I'm just gonna zhuzh you in here. I'm gonna have to tuck you in more. Oh no, actually no. The wood grains don't match. That's gonna bug the crap out of me. So hold on, I'm being nitpicky. What about this? Oh my god, I hate this freaking camera, man. Fighting me, always. No. What about a cart? Actually, this might work. Yeah, and then I don't have to worry about, oh, does the wood tones match? I think this could work, maybe. Or just a filing cabinet. This would also be pretty cool. No, that's not gonna work. All right, I think we're gonna stick with this little cart thing, and I'm just gonna have to tuck it in more. Up against this wall so that the door doesn't hit it. But I think this will work pretty good. Yeah, I like that. All right. I'm thinking we can also put maybe something like box of files or something. I didn't really think too much about like what career or something they have. So I don't have anything specific I want to put on here. I don't know, there's like some spray paint on here. Maybe they are like they could be a home designer or something. But I'm not sure what I want to put on here. I just put some files on the top. That's good enough. We don't need too much stuff, but I just wanted to put something there, you know, so it's not empty. I think that's pretty good, honestly, for right now. Yeah, okay, this will stay like this for now. If I don't like it, we can revisit it later, but I want to move on. I want to try and get as much of this done as possible. So now we're going to move here to our entryway. And yeah, honestly, we could just stick this like right here. I think this would work pretty good. I'm just going to make sure it tucks up against that wall, which it does seem to do quite beautifully. Hold on, let me turn my grid on. That'll make it easier. I'm trying to get this as centered as possible, but it's difficult. I think that works. Yeah, that's close enough to centered. Okay, so we're doing this like hallway area. So this is like our front door entryway. I'm actually gonna decorate the inside of this little closet here. So in order to do that, I'm just gonna move this door and we're gonna take down this wall so I can decorate here without too much fuss. So we are going to use the same stuff we used in our mudroom a little bit. I'm going to do these drawers because I like to imagine they actually look quite well. They work quite good to me for shoes and stuff. I don't know why that was so hard for me to say. And then we're going to do this guy for extra like jackets and stuff. I don't know. That might be too tall, but we shall see. Oh, this is the wrong color, actually. Here we go. It's the shade, I think. Or did I do I did the black and the wood. All right. Sorry, guys. I already forgot. So let me switch these around. Yes, that looks better. All right. And then I just need to grab, I'm just going to clutter it up with some jackets and baskets and stuff. So give me 1 second. Okay. I didn't want to put too much stuff, but I did give them like a suitcase, jackets, and a couple of baskets. So I think that's pretty good. It's honestly mostly for just decor. I like this door, but I couldn't figure out where I wanted to use it. So this is what I came up with. And yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. I just put a little subtle saucer in there just so that it's illuminated. But we are going to be adding some other stuff to our entryway. Like a little table for your keys and stuff. I think they probably mostly use the garage, to be honest, when they come home, but I still wanted to put some stuff here, you know? So I'm going to use this table. And then I believe that the little, there's like a bowl that I like to use for keys and whatnot. I think it's from the Dream Home Decorator. So let me see if I can find that. Yes, it is this one. It's the Forbidden Cereal Bowl. Oops. All right, and I'm just gonna place this closer, like right next to this door. Just right there. And I'm obviously gonna be changing the colors as well, just to better match our color scheme we got going on here. I like how that looks. Awesome. All right, we also need a rug. I'm trying to think. I want something a little bit more simple, but I'm not sure if I want to try and fill this whole area here. It could look nice though if we did something longer. Like if I could possibly try to double this up, but no, it's not going to size up nicely for me. Or we could size something like this down. No, not quite. Yeah, because I think I would want it to be somewhere around here. I don't know. It's a very funky shaped space, unfortunately, but I did that to myself. All right, we also have, I could do something a little bit more simple like that. All right, let me look around and see what I can find. All right, so I ended up going with this one, and then I changed the color of this bowl just because I felt like the two greens were going to compete with each other. This is more of like an olivey tone, sage green sort of thing. I'm not always good at knowing the names of colors, but I also want to give them a floor-length mirror. We just need something right here, and I think that this will work beautifully. All right, so we could do, I think we're going to go with this dark gray. And yeah, I like that. It's a nice little spot you can welcome your guest to. And then I don't want to leave this empty, so I think I want to put a big old clock there. Yeah, they have this one. I think that this has like a nice mid-century-esque vibe to it. I obviously don't want to put too much stuff here, but I definitely think that something like this could work pretty good. All right, I'm kind of looking at that. Okay. I think it's because of all the black we have in here. It's kind of weirding me out, but I think I'm gonna leave it for now. I'm already starting to not like it. All right, let me look. Maybe we'll put like a plant or something there, but I gotta find something first. But we need something there, you know? I don't want to leave it empty. All right, this definitely wouldn't upset me. I think I want to save this for the living room, to be honest. So we're definitely gonna need a plant there. I don't know, you guys. What do you think? I wish I could ask you guys, be like, hey, what do you think? Maybe we do need a nice long rug here, but then that's gonna look odd because we have the rug here as well. I don't know. I did this myself though. I made this floor plan, so It's not like I didn't know that this was going to be difficult for me to do. Ooh, this one's also nice, tried and true. All right, I'm with and also against that clock. So maybe we'll put it in the dining room. Excuse me, not the dining room, the master bedroom or something. It's just not quite doing it for me in this spot. So maybe we'll use this plant instead. Okay, that introduces a little bit of brown. Because yeah, I'm trying to avoid just black and white modern. I want to have some warmth and color in there as well. Okay, I think I can live with that for now. All right, I'm gonna look and see if I can find some sort of rug to fill this hallway, but if not, then maybe I'll put like a picture here or there or something, just so that it doesn't look too empty. Okay, so I took a little break for dinner, so hopefully I wasn't saying anything important before I took the break. I don't think I was. I picked out a rug. I think that this one works pretty good. It fits the space. I just zhuzhed it over as much as I possibly could. So we're gonna roll with this for now. But I do want to put probably like a little, because this is a family home, I think I want to put the little kid schedule thing. I forget what it's called. Actually, no, I think it's under, is it hobbies and skills or indoor activities? I think it's indoor activities. Here it is. Yes, I think I want to put this here just because this would make sense because it's right by the kitchen. I'm just gonna try and center this as much as I can. Beautifully. Beautiful, beautiful. Actually, let's put a thermostat there. That's actually a perfect spot for that too. All right, so I'm just gonna have to go like this to try and put this at a reasonable height. I think that's good, right? That's like sim height. Okay, that's pretty easy. I'm glad I went and ate because yeah, my blood sugar was crashing hard. So I definitely need to go eat. I feel much better right now. All right, yeah, I think that this is okay. If you don't like this, you're welcome to delete it. I'm kind of tempted to just try and see if I can drag it over, to be honest. I have it sized up, that's why it looks funky. Yeah, that's not quite gonna work. I'm not sure. Yeah, I kind of wanted to go this way, but then I know I'm gonna want it to go there. So we're gonna leave this like this for now. But we're gonna move on to, I think we can do the kitchen now. Okie dokie. Let's do the kitchen. And I definitely want something nice and modern looking. I think maybe these ones would work. Hold on. I planned the kitchen a little bit, so I'm going to pull up my real little reference pictures for how I wanted to do this. Okay, so I think I actually want to go with these guys. I'm trying to use different stuff, so I'm trying to avoid the Home Chef Hustle ones because I use them so much, man. So I'm going to force myself to use these ones instead. And if I look over here, I'm looking at my reference picture. Just because, yeah, that helps me to not be so panicked and a little bit calmer, you know. But no one likes it when you're all stressed out and stuff. So there we go. All right, so I have a plan here. We are gonna scoot this dude over as much as humanly possible. Okay, I'm gonna place this here. Wait, I'm sorry. Just so I can use it as a reference of the straightness. Okay, so I think we go like this. I just want it to just stick out. I'm trying so hard to, hold on guys, much focus. All right, if it clips into the wall a little bit, I don't think I mind that. I could ignore that, okay. And then this should go, yep, perfect. All right, because I want to put our stove there. And for the stove, it looks like, I'm gonna see which one I picked. We could use this one. This one would work beautifully, but I can't quite see which one I used. Ooh, does this one come in a black sheet? No, it does not. I don't hate that. I'm sorry, guys. The glass is annoying. I don't hate that, though, but maybe it's this one. I think actually that one looks quite nice. So maybe we'll use that one. And then I'm just going to do the same thing with this guy. I'm going to zhuzh it over. And then we're going to put our fridge here. And thankfully, this one comes with a matching fridge. We are going to use this one. And I quite like that. All right, so then I do want to use, we are going to use some Home Chef Hustle stuff. because I just can't resist, apparently. I'm trying to remember what this is under. Is it ceiling decor? It's these guys. I want these little roof shelves. So it looks like I used this one here, and I love them because they also help with lighting. And I just like how cute it looks. So I'm trying to see which one I used. I think I used the black shade. Yeah. So that way we're kind of carrying over the same colors of like the light wood with the black. Very nice. All right. Why does this now look incorrect? But I think it is correct. I actually think I need to drag this guy over a little bit more. So let me do that. So I'm going to see if I can cut you in. Is that the correct one, or did I grab the wrong one? Because it totally could be my fault. No, I used the left-hand side one. All right, let me see how far into the wall that I can get this without having issues. All right, that just works. And then I can drag this one over just a little bit more. As long as it's not going into the wall, though. I think that works. All right, I'm actually gonna have to test this to make sure it's actually functional. But hopefully it is. I'm pretty sure it is. Honestly, we could put another little cabinet there too. I might do that. I'm just dragging everything over as much as humanly possible. All right, I'm gonna drag you here. Make sure it's not... I could probably push that back more. Yeah, I'm gonna push this back. Sorry guys, I'm being very particular right now. All right, there we go, that's perfect. And then I'm just gonna grab a right end piece and we're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna try to zhuzh this in as much as humanly possible. Oh, this one may not work though as much. Yeah, I can't ignore that. I was like, well, maybe I can ignore it. No, we're not ignoring that. Okay, let me think of something else here then. I keep trying to convince myself that this would work fine, but it's not. It's not. Let it go. All right, I'm gonna look under like surfaces and see if I can find some sort of like hutch or something that I think would work there. Something. We're gonna figure something out. I could also maybe try a tall cabinet. Maybe if we lay it in a specific way, we might be able to get away with it. Could we get away with something like this? I'm not sure. It could work. Maybe some sort of long... Ooh, we could do that. I'm just trying to be a little creative here, y'all. So, all right, let me look. Because we could also do like just vertical ones. Again, I will have to play test this to make sure that it is functional and you guys will still be able to use the fridge. But I'm kind of vibing with this idea. Ooh, even like something like that would work. Or this guy would work here too. All right, let me look around and play around with some stuff and then I'll show you guys what I pick out. Okay, so this is what I was able to come up with. I played with the idea of doing like shelves, but it just wasn't working. I was too worried that you wouldn't be able to use the fridge. So I did this little cabinet thing. So we're pretending this is a pantry, and then I couldn't find, like, they do have like these guys, but I was still worried like it was gonna cut through too much and whatnot. So I just did this square and I put a dog bowl. So we're gonna pretend they have a dog. I don't know if this is functional, but this is just what I was able to come up with for the space. Just because, yeah, I want to try and make sure that this fridge is going to be functional. But I do kind of want to try to switch this one over if I can, just a little bit more. But yeah, it's going to do that. I don't know. I'm going to try my best. But, oh, there it goes. Yeah, it's cutting right through that wall. Okay, I don't know if I just, because I planned this, I don't know if I just did not pay attention the last time I did this. Or if I just, yeah, I probably just didn't pay attention because I swear this worked, but apparently not. Okay, unless I do the same thing I did over here, just there, but I kind of like the idea of having this there because I want to put a stove vent over this. Which one did I use? This one? Yeah. All right, because I don't want it to cut into that window. What if I do it like that? Will that be okay? No, it does still cut in some. Because yeah, I need like it to be here pretty much. Perfect. Just kidding. Yeah, so it would have to go to here. I mean, we could try it and see. I'll have to test it to see if the Sims are still able to use it, but we'll see. All right, we're gonna leave it like this for now, just because I don't want to spend too much time fiddling around with the same counter. We got more stuff to do, so I'm just gonna arrange this stuff a little bit. There's another jar over here I want to use, but we're just gonna be doing the same countertops over on this side. And this is also where we're going to be putting our washing machine and dishwasher, just because I like the idea of, oh, you could just sit there and wash dishes and be able to look out to our little atrium. I just thought that would be very nice. We're also going to give them a coffee maker, and it's going to be beautiful. So I'm going to use the same ceiling thingies from Home Chef Hustle. But we're going to use the ones that go down further. No, hold on. I got to go show while I forget. These ones. All right. So how do I want to do this? Okay. I think I'm just going to put one. Did I do this side or that side? I did this side. Yes. So this gives us even more storage. But I want to leave this open. So we're going to have the sink here. And oh, do I want to use that one? Or maybe I'll make myself use a different one. That one does work quite beautifully. Or okay, I want a black sink, definitely. I just want it to be pitch black. I just feel like that looks very chic. This one could also work. I don't mind that one. Yeah, because honestly, that one is more gray than black. Or even that one could work. I can't quite see which one I used. We're gonna go with this one. I kind of like I feel like the fixture looks more modern, so that works well. And then I'm gonna give them, we're gonna use this one because they can make coffee and tea with this, and yeah, because it's black. I just like how it looks because it's black. It goes with our colors. All right, so I think we just need, we need a washing machine. I don't want to forget that. Let's see, we could either use this one. Obviously not there, it has to go there. I'm just putting it there so we can look at it. Or that one. Maybe, I think we'll go with this one, the life and death one. Is that life and death? No, that's the family one. I forgot what that pack is called exactly, I'm sorry. Ooh, or we could do that one. That one looks even more chic. But does it go with the knobs on our thingy? We're gonna go with the restaurant one, actually. I just feel like this one matches the shape of the one on our oven a little bit more. So I think we're gonna go with that one. And then I'm gonna move our little dish thing here. And actually, you know what? I don't think we're gonna use this clutter. Oh, I can put it up here. Okay, that might be cute. I don't think I can put anything. No, I can't. I kind of like the lemons though. I could leave the lemons. You know what? I like my little lemons. We'll put the lemons here. Yes. Okay. I think that looks pretty cute. No, we're gonna put the lemons over here actually. Or do I want fruit? Maybe we'll do fruit instead. So that way the kids have something to snack on. We'll just do the little simple white thing of fruit. Do we need paper towels? Okay, here we go. Now I'm gonna add all sorts of clutter. I was like, I want it to be very clean and minimalistic, but I get bored of that quickly. Oh, here we go. We'll go to this bowl of fruit. It just makes a little more sense to me. They have kids and stuff, and kids like fruit. I like fruit, and I'm not a kid, but you know what I mean. The kids need an after-school snack. So this will work well for them. And we'll just tuck the paper towels there. All right, that's it, though. I don't want to put too much stuff. They need to be able to have... They need to be able to have space to cook, actually. So they can do it here and there. Perfect. All right, one last thing. I actually want to put a rug in here. I'm trying to remember which rug it was. So give me 1 second while I look and see if I can find it. We are going to use this one from the Eco Lifestyle Kit. I don't know why, I just think it looks very interesting. So yeah, I think, oh, that's still cutting through. All right, hold on. But this is gonna be it for the kitchen. I like it. It's very minimalistic. Of course, I'm gonna have to test this guy to make sure everything works. So this might not stay like this, but we're gonna try it. So next time we're together for this build, it'll either be different or it won't. I'll just have to play test it. So we'll have to wait for that. But I think the last room we're gonna do this time is going to be our dining room. And so I think I also planned this. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I first want to pick out the curtains. That's kind of backwards, but I remember which curtains I picked. I forgot to get a good picture of how I did the dining room, so we're gonna kind of wing it, but I do remember, I know what vibe I want, so we're gonna do it based off of vibes. I want this curtain. Specifically, I think it has a really cool shade. If I can remember correctly, I think it's this one. I'm also gonna grab this one just as a contender, but I think it is this one I wanted. And I picked this cool orange. I'm trying to push myself a little out of my comfort zone. I want this one. I don't know why, I just think that the little dip of color looks really cool. So I'm just gonna put this on each of these windows. I just think it looks really interesting in here. All right, so, and then for our table, I want a big glass one. Immediately I'm thinking of the one that came from the fitness pack. I love that one. But it would be this one. That's what I'm talking about. Because yeah, we need quite a big table in here. I don't know if I want to do a round one. I think this room's more rectangular, so I kind of want to stick to that shape. But I will look at some other options before we compete. But this one's just so interesting looking. I just love using it. I am going to switch it to a darker tone though. Okay, that's like a dark wood. Do I like that or no? I don't mind that. Or we could go with that one. I kind of like the glass color of this one. We're gonna go with this one because I don't know, the glass matches the glass. I don't know why that's bothering me, but it is. All right, actually I'm gonna keep the camera like that because that actually was a better angle. So now we need chairs. And I definitely want something rounded that's gonna kind of copy that same shape. It's kind of like this, but not that one. A little bit nicer looking, please. I'm trying my best. I'm looking and I'm trying to remember which one's jumping out at me. I think we need something black. So something like that could work. Ooh, what about you? That's kind of cool looking. That's also very interesting looking. It's very schwanky. I'm gonna put it there so we can look at it easier. But I don't know, like it's very unique. I kind of vibing with it, but we're gonna look for some other options. All right, I have a couple options. I'm honestly starting to lean towards this one from the fitness pack. And then we could actually switch this over back to that dark brown shade to break up the black. I think I'm gonna do that. That, or I was kind of leaning towards this one, but I kind of like the vibes of these two together. So I'm just gonna place these all around. And then we need to pick out a rug, and I think I wanna try and squidge maybe like some sort of hutch or something. It has to be something small, but I'm gonna look and see what I can find. And then maybe a rug, maybe. All right, you guys, so this is what I ended up coming up with. I don't hate it. So I noticed there was a little bit of blue on the cushion of our chairs. So I decided to start and kind of pull from that a little bit. So I did some like bluish purplish flowers, and then there's a little blue in the picture with the pears. Let me know what you guys think of this, because I don't hate it, but I also don't love it, and I'm open to suggestions on different decor. Oh, in the left-hand corner, the jar is from Spade, but the plant itself is this one from Home Decorator. So I just placed it inside of here because I felt like this vase, whatever you want to call it, was too small. But this worked out because I wanted some more height in this corner. But yeah, I got really attached to this buffet table. I believe it's from Seasons pack. It's the timber buffet table. Yeah, it's from Seasons. I just loved it so much. I felt like it was the perfect, like, little mid-century, little modern. I don't know why. I just fell in love with it so much. So I tried my darnest to make it work in this space. And then I ended up going with the straight curtain here instead. They're from the same pack, so technically it matches these ones, but I don't know. This is what I was able to come up with because I realized they were not going to be able to come through here to what's going to be our living room if I put a chair there. And then that allowed me to squidge it there underneath that window. All right, so that is where we're going to end this video. So hopefully you enjoyed it. We have one more part, I swear. Next one's going to be the last one, and then I will share the build with you guys, and you guys can go and download it. But really, I do hope you enjoyed the video, and I don't know, comment down below. I have like one little room. I'm gonna make a community post about it to ask you guys on what you think we should do with that room, and I'll also include like different options that I think could work, but I would love to hear your opinion. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss out on any of my future videos. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys!